Yes.
Okay, sorry. Hey guys, live here. This is the Daily Mews, episode number 4. So I almost didn't do today because I'm having a really bad hair day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually having a really bad time with my neck. Any of you that know me know I struggle with some health issues, so I may not be at my best for all these videos, but I figured if I'm going to skip because I don't feel too great, then we're never going to do one every day, and I have so much stuff I need to tell you guys, so I'm just doing it anyway. So here we go. So today's video, I'm going to show you the cost comparison between canned cat food and a homemade raw or homemade cooked food, because this is something that I hear all of the time from people, is that they wish they could feed raw, they want to feed their cat better, but they can't afford it. So to show you how really affordable it is once you break down the numbers. So we'll take a look at that. And I'm not even going to discuss dry food cost comparison because that's not something I ever recommend anyway. You just absolutely can't have a healthy cat eating dry food, period. So the only things I ever recommend is at least a high quality canned food is kind of my medium ground baseline to feed your cat. So I worked out all the numbers for you guys based on a high quality, high protein canned cat food. This is a brand, Merrick, that I typically recommend to people. And I did this all by finding the lowest prices possible on everything, because that's another way that I do my consults. I find that, you know, there are some veterinarians, feline nutritionists out there that offer consults type situations like I'm doing here, but I find that they really are not serving the general public. They're recommending making all home cooked diets all from scratch and adding all your own supplements, and you know, they just make it very extensive and expensive and very difficult. And so what I'm trying to do is find the middle ground. You know, like someone like me that struggles with health problems, I don't always have a lot of extra time or feel well enough or the energy to be going and making my cat this, you know, perfect homemade meal from scratch. I can't even do that for myself. So, and affordability is a big factor. So I break that down for you guys. So if we look at Chewy.com, is one place I always recommend people to buy because they're awesome and they have auto ship and they have free shipping if you buy anything over $49, I think. So, and yeah, my neck is. So this would be breaking down the cost of a case of Merrick brand regular chicken cat at the 5.5 ounce cans. If you got it on auto ship with free shipping, it would work out to 25 cents per ounce, which would be a total of $4 per pound of food. Versus a balanced homemade raw or cooked food, and I need to underline balanced like 1,000 times because please, if you're going to try to make your own home cooked or raw food, you have to make sure it's balanced. You have to go by a certified feeding guide that's been approved through a feline nutrition book or a veterinarian that you've spoke to or whatnot. So I write this option as homemade because here's where a lot of people think raw food is totally unattainable and unaffordable, is because they're looking at some of the commercial brand raw foods on the market and they're extremely pricey. Like a bag of Nature's Variety pre-made commercial raw cat food, I will probably have to do a price comparison on that sometime soon, but I'm thinking it's going to be upwards to close to $7 per pound. So it's much more expensive than just doing it yourself. And I have videos out there already on exactly how to make this yourself and how easy it really is. So that's how I'm doing the breakdown to show you that it is affordable. So I just buy my raw chicken online. There's a few companies that are doing this now. One that I've been using recently and promoting is is rawfeedingmiami.com. You can get 2.5 pounds of the raw chicken for $9.25. This meets the prey model of 80-10-10, which means 80% meat, 10% bone, 10% organ. So that part of the meat is all balanced. You don't have to add liver and heart and eggs and all this other stuff. So that breaks down to $3.70 per pound of the raw food. And then you do have to add two things, however, if you're making your own raw home, or let me back up for a second. This can be cooked as well. If you want to do this and do cooked version because you don't believe in raw food, you don't trust it, whatever your reasons are, you would do the same thing. Just instead of ordering this raw food from this company, you would just go to your local butcher, your local grocery store, wherever you go, and you would just buy your protein source, whether it's turkey or chicken or ground beef or whatever you're using. And the price would work out about the same because you would just need a different supplement, really. So a supplement company that I use and recommend is by the company All Nutrient, it's called. They make a supplement that you have to use to keep the food balanced in your homemade raw or cooked foods. And this is $23. Sorry, live video here. Are we gonna have the floating dog tonight? Yes, we are. So anyway, $23 for 44 pounds of meat is what the breakdown is. So this works out to 52 cents per pound for the supplement that makes your food balanced. This is what adds all the vitamins, minerals, and amino acids that your cat needs for the food to be complete, for them to be healthy on this diet. Then I broke down the greens and carbohydrate content that you have to add. There's a couple schools of thought on this. I believe, and through my nutrition course, I believe in the theory of cats should have about 5 to 3% carbohydrates in their diet. That's appropriate, that's natural. So based on that, that is adding about 1 ounce of some greens or carb content per pound of food. And I work this out by what we do, even using organic greens and fruit, whatever it is exactly that I'm adding per batch. And even on organic, it works out to about 30 cents per pound, we figure, for the 1 ounce of the greens, leaving you with a grand total of $4.52 is all that I am paying to make my cat an amazing homemade raw food diet, which is the epitome, the peak of the mountain of the best quality food that you could feed your cat. And again, you could do all of this, the cooked version as well. It's going to be immediately under that level. It's, you know, raw food and cooked food immediately under. But to me, it's just a no-brainer. It doesn't take much extra time and effort, and it's certainly affordable. And even though I like Merrick Brand Company, I'm not going to say anything bad about them. I do recommend them. But personally, I don't know exactly where everything comes from them, you know, where they're getting all their stuff and how the whole cooking process is, you know, in some of these companies, big warehouses, all this stuff. So I like this better. I feel a lot more comfortable. I get the meat. I know exactly where the supplement comes from. Even this company gets all their stuff from the US and I believe Canada, and they're, you know, they're a good company, and we know we're getting our organic greens from our grocery store. I know it's in the food. It's awesome. So anyway, as always, any questions or comments, post below. And if you want any personalized cat help, just message me on my page at facebook.com, Cat Health Coach April. And that's a wrap.